Bandeyam Shri Guru Shri Achabarakamlam Shri Gurun Vaishnavam Scha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sagana Ragunatam Vitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Saitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Rana Krishna Paran Sahagana Lalita Shivishkam Vitam Scha Om Jnana Timarandasya Jnanachana Shalakaya Chakshurum Militam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namah Gurva Bhistam Supurkam Guruganara Sisha Sambhushitam Chintya Chintya Samasta Veda Nipanam Shri Rupa Patanugam Govinda Vidam Ujwalam Varatanum Bhaktyan Vidam Sundaram Mande Vishwagurun Shah Divyat Bhagavat Premno Ebija Pranam Devam Devyatanum Suchandavaranam Balarka Shelanshitam Sandrananda Puram Sadeka Varanam Vairagya Vidyamburim Shri Siddhanta Nidhim Subhakti Lasitam Saraswatanam Baram Vanditam Shuvaram Marika Sharanam Yashishvara Sridharam Vanchakopatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhyevacha Patitanam Pavenibhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namah Namo Mahaprabhaya Krishna Prema Pradayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namane Gauratavishe Namah. So we're hearing from Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita by Srila Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami, translation and commentary by Srila Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada. This is Antya-lila chapter 3, the glories of Srila Haridas Thakur, and I'll start with verse number 95. Haridaser gunagan asankya apar keho kona amshe bharne nahi pai par. The transcendental qualities of Haridas Thakur are innumerable and unfathomable. One may describe a portion of them, but to count them all is impossible. Chaitanya Mangale Shri Vrindavana Das Haridaser Guna Kichu Kuriyache Prakash. In the Chaitanya Mangal, Srila Vrindavan Das Thakur has described the attributes of Haridas Thakur to some extent. Sab kahana jai Haridaser charitra kehokichu kohe korite apanapavitra. No one can describe all the qualities of Haridas Thakur. One may say something about them just to purify oneself. Vrindavana Das Jahana Koila Barnan Haridas Erguna Kichu Shuna Bhaktagan. O devotees of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, please hear something about the qualities of Haridas Thakur that Srila Vrindavan Das Thakur has not described in detail. Haridas Jabe Nija Griha Tyaga Hoila. Haridas Jabe Nija Griha Tyaga Koila Bena Poler Bana Madhye Katadina Rohila. After leaving his home, Haridas Thakur stayed for some time in the forest of Benapole. Nirjana Bane Kutir Kori Tulasi Sevan Ratri Dine Teen Lak Namasankirtan. Haridas Thakur constructed a cottage in a solitary forest. There he planted a tulsi plant, and in front of the tulsi he would chant the holy name of the Lord 300,000 times daily. He chanted throughout the entire day and night. Brahmanera gare kore bika nirbahan prabhave sakala lok koraye pujan. For his bodily maintenance, he would go to a Brahmin's house and beg some food. He is spiritually so influential that all the neighboring people worshipped him. Sedesha Jyaka Sedesha Jayaka Sedesha Jayanama Ramachandra Khan Vaishnava Bidbeshi Se Pashanda Pradhan. A landholder named Ramachandra Khan was the zamindar of that district. He was envious of Vaishnavas and was therefore a great atheist. A zamindar means somebody with large extensions of land, big landholder. A landholder named Ramachandra Khan was a zamindar of that district. He was envious of Vaishnavas and was therefore a great atheist. Haridase loke puje sahite na pare tara apamana korite nana upai kore. Unable to tolerate that such respect was being offered to Haridas Thakur, Ramachandra Khan planned in various ways to dishonor him. Kona prakashe Haridaser chidra nahi pai Vaishyagane anekore chidra upai. By no means could he find any fault in the character of Haridas Thakur. Therefore he called for local prostitutes and began a plan to discredit His Holiness. Vaishyagane kohe e vairagi Haridas tumi sab kora ihar vairagya dharmanash. Ramachandra Khan said to the prostitutes, "There is a mendicant named Haridas Thakur. All of you devise a way to deviate him from his vows of austerity." Vaishyagan madhye ek sundari juvati seko he din hariba taramati. Among the prostitutes, one attractive young girl was selected. "I shall attract the mind of Haridas Thakur," she promised, "within 3 days. Kanako he mora paika joka tomarasane tomarasahita ekatra taredore jena ane. Ramachandra Khan said to the prostitute, "My constable will go with you, so that as soon as he sees you with Haridas Thakur, immediately he will arrest him and bring both of you to me." Vaishya he mora sanga hauk ek bar dvitiya bare darite paika loimu tomar. The prostitute replied, "First let me have union with him once. Then the second time I shall take your constable with me to arrest him." Ratrikali se Vaishya Suvaishya Doriya Haridaser Vashaya Gela Ulasita Hoya. At night the prostitute, after dressing herself most attractively, went to the cottage of Haridas Thakur with great jubilation. Tulasi namaskori Haridaser dware jaya Gosaire namaskori rohila dandaya. After offering obeisances to the tulsi plant, she went to the door of Haridas Thakur, offering him obeisances, and stood there. Ango ugadiya dekai basila duyare kohite lagila kichu sumadura sware. Exposing part of her body to his view, she sat down on the threshold of the door and spoke to him in very sweet words. Thakur tumi parama sundar pratama jovana tomadeki korinare darite pareman. My dear Thakur, O great preacher, great devotee, you are so beautifully built and your youth is just beginning. Who is the woman who could control her mind after seeing you? Tomara sangamalagi lubdamoraman tomana paile pran najai daran. I am eager to be united with you. My mind is greedy for this. If I don't obtain you, I shall not be able to keep my body and soul together. Haridas kohe toma korimu angikar Sankyanam samapti javat nahoy amar tavatumi vasi shuna nama sankirtan nama samapti hoyle korimuna toma jetomarman. Haridas Thakur replied, "I shall accept you without fail. but you will have to wait until I have finished chanting my regular rounds on my beads. Until that time, please sit and listen to the chanting of the holy name. As soon as I am finished, I shall fulfill your desire. Etashuni se vesha masya rohila kirtana kore haridas pratakala hoila. Hearing this, the prostitute remained sitting there while Haridas Thakur chanted on his beads until the light of morning appeared. Pratakala deki besha Antya-lila samachara jai kanere kohila. When she saw that it was morning, the prostitute stood up and left. Coming before Ramachandra Khan, she informed him of all the news. Ajiyama angikara koryache bachane kali avashyatahar sange hoibe sangame. Today Haridas Thakur has promised to enjoy with me. Tomorrow certainly I shall have union with him. Aradin ratre hoile besha aila Haridas tare bahu Ashvasa Korila. The next night, when the prostitute came again, Haridas Thakur gave her many assurances. Kali dukkha paila aparadna loiba mor avasya korimu ami tomaya angikar. Last night you were disappointed. Please excuse my offense. I shall certainly accept you. Tavat ihan base shuna namasankirtan Namapurna, Hoile Purna, Habito Marman. Please sit down and hear the chanting of the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra until my regular chanting is finished. Then your desire will surely be fulfilled. Tulasire Tange Besha, Namaskara Kori, Dvaribasi, Nama Shune, Bole Hari Hari. After offering her obeisances to the Tulsi plant and Haridas Thakur, she sat down at the door. Hearing Haridas Thakur chanting the Hare Krishna mantra, she also chanted, Hari, Hari, O my Lord Hari, O my Lord Hari. Ratri se hoila besha umishi kore Tara riti deki Haridas kohena tahare. Sometimes in the Chaitanya Charitamrita it says the chanting, they'll chant Hari, Hari. And that may also be like abbreviated form of saying that they chanted the Maha Mantra. But for the, as far, they'll say Krishna Nam or Hari, Hari is a way of saying. When the night came to an end, the prostitute was restless. Seeing this, Haridas Thakur spoke to her as follows. Koti nama grahana yagya kori ek mashe ek dikya koriyache hoila ashi seishe. I vowed to chant 1 koti or 10 million names in a month. I've taken this vow, but now it is nearing its end. Aji samapta hoibe hinagyana chila samasta ratri nilun nama samapta na hoila. I thought that today I would be able to finish my performance of yagya, my chanting of the Hare Krishna mantra. I tried my best to chant the holy name all night, but I still did not finish. Kali samapta habe tabe habe brata banga Swachande Tomara Sange Hoibeka Sangha. Tomorrow I will surely finish and my vow will be fulfilled. Then it will be possible for me to enjoy with you in full freedom. Vaishyagiya Samachar Kanere Kohila Aradin Sonya Hoite Thakur Tai Aila. The prostitute returned to Ramachandra Khan and informed him of what had happened. The next day, she came earlier at the beginning of the evening and stayed with Haridas Thakur. Tulashike Thakurake Namaskara Kori Dware Bashi Namashune Bole Hare Hari. After offering obeisances to the Tulsi plant in Haridas Thakur, she sat down on the threshold of the room. Thus she began to hear Haridas Thakur's chanting, and she also personally chanted Hari Hari, the holy name of the Lord. Namapurna Habeaje Bole Haridas Tabe Purna Korimu Aje Tomara Abilash. Today it will be possible for me to finish my chanting, Haridas Thakur informed her. Then I shall satisfy all your desires. Kirtana korite aiche ratri seish hoila takorera shani beshara mana firigela. The night ended while Haridas Thakur was chanting, but by his association the mind of the prostitute had changed. Dandavadhaya Pade Thakur Charane Ramachandra Kanera Kata Koilas Nivedane. The prostitute, now purified, fell at the lotus feet of Haridas Thakur and confessed that Ramachandra Khan had appointed her to pollute him. Beishaya Mui Pap Koryachan Apar Kripakore Koram Mo Adame Nishtar. Because I have taken the profession of a prostitute, she said, I have performed unlimited sinful acts. My Lord, be merciful to me. My Lord, be merciful to me. Deliver my fallen soul. Thakur kohe kanera kata sab ami jani agyamurka se tare dukkha nahimani. Haridas Thakur replied, I know everything about the conspiracy of Ramachandra Khan. He is nothing but an ignorant fool. Therefore his activities do not make me feel unhappy. Say din jaitama e stana chadiya tindin rohilaya toma nishtar lagiya. On the very day Ramachandra Khan was planning his intrigue against me, I would have left this place immediately. But because you came to me, I stayed here for 3 days to deliver you. Vesha kohe kripakori koraha upadesh ki mora kartavya jate jai mavaklesh. The prostitute said, kindly act as my spiritual master. Instruct me in my duty by which I can get relief from material existence. Thakur kohe garera dravya brahmane koradan egariyashi tumi koraha vishram. Haridas Thakur replied, immediately go home and distribute to the Brahmins whatever property you have, then come back to this room and stay here forever in Krishna consciousness. Nirantaranama lao koratulasi sevan achirat pabe tabe krishnera charan. Chant the Hare Krishna mantra continuously and render service to the Tulsi plant by watering her and offering prayers to her. In this way you will very soon get the opportunity to be sheltered at the lotus feet of Krishna. Etabole tarinam upadesha kori Antya-lila Thakur bole Hari Hari. After thus instructing the prostitute about the process of chanting the Hare Krishna mantra, Haridas Thakur stood up and left, continuously chanting Hari Hari. Tabe se Vesha Gurur Agyaloila Griha Bitta Jeva Chila Brahmanere Dila. Thereafter the prostitute distributed to the Brahmins whatever household possessions she had, following the order of her spiritual master. Mata Mudi Ek Bastre Rohila Segare Ratri Dine Teen Lak Namagrahan Kore. The prostitute shaved her head clean in accordance with Vaishnava principles and stayed in that room wearing only one cloth. Following in the footsteps of her spiritual master, she began chanting the holy name of Krishna 300,000 times a day. She chanted throughout the entire day and night. Tulasi Sevan Kori Charvanu Upavas Indriya Damana Hoila Premera Prakash. She worshipped the tulsi plant, following in the footsteps of her spiritual master. Instead of eating regularly, she chewed whatever food she received as alms, and if nothing was supplied, she would fast. Thus, by eating frugally and fasting, she conquered her senses, and as soon as her senses were controlled, symptoms of love of Godhead appeared in her person. Prasiddha Vaishnave Hoila Parama Mahanti Bora Bora Vaishnava Tara Darshanete Yanti. Thus the prostitute became a celebrated devotee. She became very advanced in spiritual life, and many stalwart Vaishnavas would come to see her. Vaishara Charitradeki Loke Chamatkar Haridaser Mahima Kohe Kori Namaskar. Seeing the sublime character of the prostitute, everyone was astonished. Everyone glorified the influence of Haridas Thakur and offered him obeisances. Ramachandra Kana Aparad Bija Koila Se Bija Brikkahaya Agete Falila. By inducing a prostitute to disturb Haridas Thakur, Ramachandra Khan caused a seed of offense at his lotus feet to germinate. It caused a seed of offense at the lotus feet of Haridas Thakur to germinate. This seed later became a tree, and when it fructified, Ramachandra Khan ate its fruits. Mahadaparader Phala Adbhuta Katan Prastava Panakohe Shunabhaktagan. This offense at the lotus feet of an exalted devotee has resulted in a wonderful narration. Taking advantage of the opportunity afforded by these incidents, I shall explain what happened. O devotees, please listen. Sahaje Avaishnava Ramachandra Khan Haridaser Aparad Hoila Asura Saman. Ramachandra Khan was naturally a non-devotee. Now, having offended the lotus feet of Haridas Thakur, he became just like a demoniac atheist. Vaishnava Dharma Ninda Kore Vaishnava Apaman Bahodiner Aparade Paila Parinam. Because of blaspheming the cult of Vaishnavism and insulting the devotees for a long time, he now received the results of his offensive activities. Nityananda Gosai Gode Jabe Aila Prema Pracharite Tabe Brahmite Lagila. When Lord Nityananda returned to Bengal to preach the cult of bhakti, love of Godhead, he began touring all over the country. Prema Prachana Ara Pashanda Dalan Dui Karye Abaduta Korina Brahman. For two purposes, to spread the cult of bhakti and to defeat and subdue the atheists, Lord Nityananda, the most dedicated devotee of the Lord, moved throughout the country. Sarvagya Nityananda Ila Taragare Asiya Vasila Durga Mandapa Upare. Lord Nityananda, who is omniscient because he is the Supreme Personality of Godhead, came to the house of Ramachandra Khan and sat down on the altar of the Durga Mandapa. So because Ramachandra Khan is a rich man, he had a house, and the outside portion of his house was big. It was called the Durga Mandapa, and there they would hold festivals like different puja festivals, and people would come from the town. So Lord Nityananda, who is omniscient because he is the Supreme Personality of Godhead, came to the house of Ramachandra Khan and sat down on the altar of the Durga Mandapa. So that's the outside portion for receiving the public. Aneka lok jana sange angana barila Bitara hoite Ramachandra Sevak Pataila. When the Durga Mandapa and courtyard became filled with crowds of men, Ramachandra Khan, who was inside the house, sent his servant to Lord Nityananda. Sevak bole gosai more Pataila Khan Agrihasteragare Tomai Diva Basastan. The servant informed Lord Nityananda, "My dear sir, Ramachandra Khan has sent me to accommodate you in some common man's house. Goya Lara Gosala Hoy Atyanta Bishtar Ihan Sankirna Stala Tomara Manusha Apar." You might go to the house of a milkman, for the cowshed is spacious, whereas the space here in the Durga Mandapa is insufficient because you have many followers with you. Bitarayat Shila Shune Krode Mahirila Ata Hase Gosai Kolite Lagila. When Nityananda Prabhu heard this order from the servant of Ramachandra Khan, he became very angry and came out. Laughing very loudly, he spoke as follows: Satya Kohe Egara Mora Jogyanai Molecha Go Bara Kore Tara Jogya Hoy. Ramachandra Khan has spoken rightly. This place is unfit for me. It is fit for cow-killing meat-eaters. This place is more fit for malechas, means Muslims or meat-eaters, to kill cows here. Eta bole krore gosai utiya chalila taridanda dite se grame narahila. Having said this, Lord Nityananda stood up and left in an angry mood. To chastise Ramachandra Khan, he did not even stay in that village. Ihan Ramachandra Khan, Sevake Agyadila, Gosai Jahan Basila Taramate Kodaila. Ramachandra Khan ordered the servant to dig up the dirt in the place where Nityananda Prabhu had sat. Gomaya Jale Lepila Sab Mandira Prangana Tabe Ramachandra Mana Na Hoila Parasana. To purify the Durga Mandapa temple in the courtyard, Ramachandra Khan sprinkled and smeared it with water mixed with cow dung, but still his mind was unsatisfied. Dashubriti Kore Ramachandra Rajarena Deyakar Kruda Haya Malecha Ujira Aila Taragar. Ramachandra Khan's business was questionable, for he tried to avoid paying income tax to the government. Therefore, the government's Minister of Finance was angry and came to his residence. So it's the Muslim government. And as the head of the town, he was collecting money from the people in the town to give to the government, but he wasn't giving all that money to the government. So, Asise Durga Mandape Basa Kaila Abadya Barakori Mamsha Segare Randaila. The Muslim minister made his residence in the Durga Mandapa of Ramachandra Khan. He killed a cow and cooked the meat at that very place. Ramachandra Khan's business was questionable, for he tried to avoid paying taxes to the government. Therefore, the government minister of finance was angry and came to his residence. The Muslim minister made his residence in the Durga Mandapa of Ramachandra Khan. He killed a cow and cooked the meat at that very place. Sri Putra Sahita Ramachandra Re Bandiya Taragara Gramadute Tindin Rohiya. He arrested Ramachandra Khan along with his wife and sons, and then he continuously plundered the house and village for 3 days. Segare Tindin Kore Amedya Randan Aradin Sab Laya Korila Gaman. In that very room he cooked the flesh of a cow for 3 consecutive days. Then the next day he left, accompanied by his followers. Jati dana jana kaner sakala loila bahudin parjanta grama ujara rohila. The Muslim minister took away Ramachandra Khan's position, wealth, and followers. For many days the village remained deserted. Mahantera apamana jay desha grame hoy eg janara doshe sabdesha ujjadoy. Wherever an advanced devotee is insulted, for one man's fault the entire town or place is afflicted. Haridas Thakur Chali Aila Chandapure Asya Rohila Balarama Acharjaragare. Haridas Thakur walked until he came to the village known as Chandapur. There he stayed at the house of Balaramacharya. The village of Chandapur is situated near the confluence of the rivers Ganges and Jamuna at Saptagram in the district of Hooghly, which is near to Calcutta. Chandapur is just east of the house of the 2 brothers Govardhan and Hiranya, the father and uncle of Raghunath Das Goswami, respectively. In Chandapur lived Balaramacharya and Janunandanacharya, the priest of these 2 personalities. And when Haridas Thakur went there, he lived with them. Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur says that the name of this village was later changed to Krishnapur. Hiranya Govardhan, Dui, Malukera, Majumadar, Tara, Purohita, Balarama, Namadar. Hiranya and Govardhan were the 2 governmental treasurers in that division of the country. Their priest was named Balaramacharya. Haridas Kripa Patra Tate Bhakti Mane Jatna Kori Takorere Rakila Segrame. Balaramacharya, being favored by Haridas Thakur, was very much attached to him. Therefore he kept Haridas Thakur in the village with great care and attention. Nirjana Purna Sholaya Korana Kirtan Balaramacharya Grihe Bikan Nirvahan. In the village, Haridas Thakur was given a solitary thatched cottage where he performed the chanting of the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra. He accepted prasadam at the house of Balaramacharya. Raghunath Das Balakorana Adyayan Haridas Thakurere Jai Korana Darshan. Raghunath Das, who was the son of Govardhan Majumadar and was later to become Raghunath Das Goswami, was at that time a boy engaged in study. He came to see Haridas Thakur daily. Haridas Kripa Kori Tahara Upare Se Kripa Karana Hoila Chaitanya Paibare. Naturally, Haridas Thakur was merciful to him, and because of the merciful benediction of this Vaishnava, he later attained the shelter of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's lotus feet. Okay. Tahan Jaiche Hoila Haridaser Mahima Katan Vyakyana Adbhuta Kata Shuna Bhaktagan. At the residence of Hiranyan Govardhan, discourses took place by which Haridas Thakur was glorified. O devotees, please listen to that wonderful story. So tomorrow we'll begin from this point. Okay. This chapter is very nice. Chapter is the glories of Haridas Thakur. A few days ago it was the disappearance of Haridas Thakur, and we read from later on in the Antya-lila, I think that was like Antya-lila chapter 13, maybe 13. This was 3. This is the glories of Haridas Thakur. So that later chapter is when Haridas Thakur is elderly and leaving this world. So Hare Haraya Nama Krishna Jadavaya Nama Hare Haraya Nama Krishna Jadavaya Nama Jadavaya Madhavaya Keshavaya Nama Jadavaya Madhavaya Keshavaya Nama Gopal Govinda Ram Shri Madhusudan Gopal Govinda Ram Shri Madhusudan Giridhari Gopinatha Manana Mohan Giridhari Gopinatha Manana Mohan Shri Chaitanya Nityananda Shri Advaita Chandra Shri Chaitanya Nityananda Shri Advaita Chandra Gadadhara Shiva Sadi Gora Bhakta Vrinda Gadadhara Shiva Sadi Gora Bhakta Vrinda Jai Rupa Sanatan Bhatta Raghunath Jai Rupa Sanatan Bhatta Raghunath Shri Jiva Gopala Bhatta Dasa Raghunath Shri Jiva Gopala Bhatta Dasa Raghunath H.I. Gosai Kori Charana Bandhan H.I. Gosai Kori Charana Bandhan Javite Vignana Shavista Puran Javite Vignana Shavista Puran H.I. Gosai Jar Mui Tanadas H.I. Gosai Jar Mui Tanadas Tasabar Pada Renu Mora Panchagras Tasabar Pada Renu Mora Panchagras Tader Charana Sevi Bhakta Sanibas Tader Charana Sevi Bhakta Sanibas Janame Janame More Abhilas Janame Janame More Abhilas H.I. Gosai Jabe Braje Koilabas H.I. Gosai Jabe Braje Koilabas Radha Krishna Antya-lila Korila Prakash Radha Krishna Antya-lila Korila Prakash Anande Bolo Hari Bhaja Vrindavan Anande Bolo Hari Bhaja Vrindavan Shri Guru Vaishnava Pade Majai Aman Shri Guru Vaishnava Pade Majai Aman Shri Guru Vaishnava Pad Padma Koriyas Shri Guru Vaishnava Pad Padma Koriyas Harinam Sankirtana Kohe Naratamodas Harinam Sankirtana Kohe Naratamodas Shri Guru Vaishnava Pad Padma Koriyas Shri Guru Vaishnava Pad Padma Koriyas Harinam Sankirtana Kohe Naratamodas Harinam Sankirtana Kohe Naratamodas Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Nitya Gaura Hari Bo, Hari Bo, Hari Bo, Hari Bo, Nitya Gaura Hari Bo, Hari Bo, Hari Bo, Hari Bo, Nitya Gaura Hari Bo, Hari Bo, Hari Bo, Hari Bo, Nitya Gaura Hari Bo, Hari Bo, Hari Bo, Hari Bo. Jai Saparikara Shishi Guru Guranga Gandharvika Giridhara Jo Ki Jai. Jai Om Vishnupad Srila Bhakti Tilak Nirari Maharaj Ki Jai. Jai Om Vishnupad Srila Bhakti Nirmalacharya Maharaj Ki Jai. Jai Om Vishnupad Paramahansa Paravajakacharya Ashtatara Sadashi Shiman Srila Bhakti Sundar Govinda Dev Goswami Maharaj Ki Jai. Jai Om Vishnupad Paramahansa Paravajakacharya Ashtatara Sadashi Shiman Srila Bhakti Rakak Sridhar Dev Goswami Maharaj Ki Jai. Jai Bhagavan Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Goswami Thakur Ki Jai. Jai Om Vishnupad Srila Gaur Kishore Das Babaji Maharaj Ki Jai. Jai Om Vishnupad Srila Sachi Nanda Bhakti Vinod Thakur Ki Jai. Jai Om Vishnupad Vaishnava Sarvabhauma Srila Jagannath Das Babaji Maharaj Ki Jai. Rupa Nuga Guru Barka Ki Jai. Namacharya Srila Haridas Thakur Ki Jai. Shri Rupa Sanatana Bhakta Raghunath Shri Jiva Gopal Bhada Dasha Raghunath Shad Goswami Prabhu Ki Jai. Prem Se Go Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Shri Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Ki Jai. Jai Shri Chaitanya Charitamrita Ki Jai. Jai Srila Krishna Das Kaviraj Goswami Prabhu Ki Jai. Jai Om Vishnupad Vishwavarenya Srila Bhakti Vedanta Swami Maharaj Prabhu Ki Jai. Jai Srila Bhakti Kusham Ashram Maharaj Ki Jai. Ananta Koti Vaishnava Vrinda Ki Jai. Shri Nabadwip Dham Ki Jai. Shri Mayapur Ki Jai. Saparshada Shri Nityananda Prabhu Ki Jai. Saparshada Shriman Mahaprabhu Ki Jai. Shri Kuladvip Ki Jai. Shri Chaitanya Saraswat Mat Ki Jai. Sokel Shri Chaitanya Saraswat Sevashram Ki Jai. Ganga Devi Ki Jai. Tulasi Maharani Ki Jai. Bhakti Devi Ki Jai. Shri Vrindavan Dham Ki Jai. Shri Shri Radha Krishna Go Gopi Govardhan Shyam Kuna Radha Kunda Kalindi Yamuna Ju Ki Jai. Samaveda Bhakta Vrinda Ki Jai. Shri Harinam Sankirtan Ki Jai. All the assembled devotees Ki Jai. Gaur Premanande Hari Hari Bo. Jai. Jai. Lavanya Mohi Ki Jai.